Okay, Jonathan. You understand a bit? You understand what I'm trying to do?
Yes, yeah.
Small. I don't have pattern for that. That's what I want to buy. Okay, this one is I'm trying to do bustier. Like I want to do bustier for the upper part, but it will belong to this place like this, so that if I wear the skirt, since the skirt has back waist, it will not show. So the first thing I did was I took the major lines. I took the major line. This one is the shoulder, the starting line, or the shoulder line. And then this one here is the nipple line, the shoulder to nipple, which is my own shoulder to nipple is 9.5, like bust point. Then this one is the under bust line, which is 12. That's my shoulder to under bust. Then this one is the half length, which is 16.5. That's the half length line or full front length. This one is the excess allowance I added for it to reach that is the full length. This is the full length. So then this one I went up by 2 inches to get the chest line. This is the chest line. So from that chest line I still went up again by 2 inches. This one I'm trying to get because I want to make something like this. Like I want this place to have nets, that will open, either skin net or maybe if I'm putting this, it will come something like this. So maybe my small boss go try show small for this middle. So I went up to get that cuff that I want to make this piece. I think I took about 10 inches for that one. So after drawing the major lines, which is the shoulder line, the chest line, the nipple line, under bust line, the half length line or full front length, and then the length. And now measured my nipple to nipple. Nipple to nipple. My nipple to nipple was 7 divided by 2 is 3.5. I'm showing you nipple line. You're arguing. This is nipple line now. My nipple to nipple is 7. So I divided it by 2. Divide by 2 is 3.5. But since I'm not using pattern paper, I'm drafting it on the dress. I use 4. That is 1/2 inches for the allowance. Jiggle. So from I now mark 4 inches here. Mark 4 inches all through down from your nipple, from your chest line all down to your length. You mark 4.5 all through. Do you understand? So after marking it, I will now use the same ruler, or will I say pen, to mark from your nipple point. You mark 1 inches down, and then from your nipple point you mark 1 inches up. Some people difference of a nipple point to underbust used to be around 2.5. Some people is 2. My own I think is 2. About 2, 3, 8. So it's not that big. So when you mark like that, you now come from this. Remember, you're taking all your measurement from this down of this nipple point. You're not taking the measurement directly there. So after you mark this one and drew a straight line of this 4 inches of your nipple to nipple point. Come down now, you will understand. You will understand. It's gradually. Okay, I said it. You will mark your nipple to nipple measurement. Now you will measure your nipple. That is your bust span, right? You will measure here to here. Your own should be around 8. How many is it? I thought you measured yourself that day. So you will now divide it by 2 and then mark it here. If it was a pattern paper, you mark it exactly at that. If it's 7 divided by 2, you mark it at 3.348. But this one I'm not using pattern paper. I'm drafting it directly on my fabric. So I'll do 4. So this is the 4 that I marked all straight. This is 4. Somebody's calling me. Okay. And this is 4. So I mark 4 all straight down. You're not even looking on. I marked 4 all straight down. Then I now came down from the nipple point. I came down by 1 inch and marked. And then I also went up by 1 inch and marked. Do you understand to that point now? At that line, that 4 inch line, that 4 inch nipple to nipple line, I will go up by 1 and go down by 1.
The question is, why are you going up by 1?
Calm down, I'm going there now. So when you now do that, you now mark this other side, your center front side. You will mark 1 inches on your underbust line, and then 1 inches on your half length line. When you mark, you also mark the same 1 inches on your normal length line. Then this other side you mark 1.5. Do you get? This one is 1.5, 1.5. The same on the underbust you mark 1.5, and then on the half length you also mark 1.5. When you mark like that, you also draw a straight line down using your straight ruler. Then you now use your curve ruler and connect to make it a very round. Okay, you go up here too. The same thing. The same 1.5 you mark here, and the same 1 inch you mark here. Also mark on this chest line side. This is the chest line. Yes, good afternoon. But since I want it to come, this cuff, I want it to come a little bit here like this. That's why I mark this 2 inch here. So you now also mark, that's why you now mark the 1 inch and then 1.5, and then use your curve ruler to connect from this place, from that your 1 inch down to that 1 inch allowance that you did that time. You remember, you will not bring it down to this place. This one I had to curve it because my bust was not really, it was supposed to start from here down to this place, but it will be too small, so I had to curve in a little bit. Have you seen the bust curve? Have you seen how it's curving? So this side, when you now join both sides, now this will now form my bust. It will now make my bust tight and give me that bust fitting. So use your curve ruler and connect from that 1 inches or you start from the nipple point, but make sure you use curved ruler so that it will be curved. It will be curved to that other 1 inch, 1.5 inch that you make, to give you that curve. This thing, do you get? So after that, that's all for the whole covering. Since I'm trying to get this V here like this, I had to come down by about 10 inches, and then measured 1 inch and my chest line, connected it to this other side to get that, more like a V. This place here, this place from here like this will be your illusion. This one is not part of the dress, so if you're putting either lace or net, this is the part that you're going to use and cut the lace or net. So this down part now is the part of your dress. So while you've done that, you also you measure your shoulder. This is your shoulder. My shoulder is 15. Sorry, is it 15? Yes. Divide by 2, 7.5. I marked 7.5. Then I'll add a small allowance. I think I added to 8 here. Then you now connect from this other place down to your chest line. My chest line is 7. This is about 7.5. 7.5. That's what I use. And then you carve out the armhole. So if it was a normal cloth, it's not say maybe 2 kind of, you no need to put this one. I'm putting this one because I'm cutting this part out. This part will be my illusion. But if you're not separating it, this place will not be there. It will be like this. This armhole will be the one that you will cut out. Do you get? You will cut. If you're cutting from here like this. If you're making the dress all together like this without the net, so you now measure this is your nipple point, right? Is there? You now measure your bust. My bust measurement is 8 to 8, so I now measured and marked. Then my under bust is 7, 6. Is it? Under bust is 7. I now measured and marked. Then my waist is what I'm marking on my half length line. So I'll now mark it there. The waist is 26 divided by 4 is 648. So I now mark 648 here. And then you see this contour that we made here, this whole thing, where you're trying to get that shape on your tummy and to get your bust shape out. So this 2.5 inch that you have here now, you're going to cut it out totally. When you measure, you see 2.5. So you put it back in all the allowance that you've made, all the measurement you made. This is where your measurement stops. So make sure you put this 2.5 inch back that you removed. You mark it back. This is where it stops. And then you now put your normal sewing allowance, which is now I think I put 3. Then the same thing for this one, you extend by 2.5, which is here, and also put your sewing allowance. Same thing for the chest. When you mark your bust, my bust is 8 to 8. When you mark, then you now add the 2.5, which is removed from here, add it, and then add your sewing allowance. Do you understand to that point? Then when you do, you now get your mark your lines and make the shape. Do you understand? So this one is the neck. For the neck, I use 3 by 3 because it's going to be a net, so I don't want it to be too stretchy. I use it to be around here like this. I use 3 inch by 3 inch. So it's either I use ruler or use your hand to connect. This one I use my hand. You see? That's how it will be. So if you want to slope, if you want to do your shoulder slope, you mark 1 inch. 1 inch. And then you slope down. Remember, from this end to this end. So it will be like this. Ask question if you don't understand. You want to make a corset in this same pattern. And you can still do a corset exactly like this. As it is like this. The only difference is that
I never even understand bustier. You put corset again.
If you want to make a corset with this one, your nipple to nipple is divided by 2. Divided by 2 is 3.5. You will now mark 3.5 all round. From here, you've gotten this curve. So from your nipple point to, you mark 3.5. 3.5. 3.5. This place too, you mark 3.5. If you want to do using this pattern, you now use your curve ruler. You now use your curve ruler. You know you've already gotten this curve already, so you just connect it. Make sure it's joining together. So it will curve like this. If you don't want it to come down here, it will just go up a little. And then the same thing here. Make sure you connect it and let it reach the side. This is a pen over. So it will come like this. Make sure everything you're doing, it will sit on your underbust. Even if it's cup bra that you want to put, you keep the cup. Please, should the cup this thing? You keep the cup here like this. I wish there was a cup for me to demonstrate that. You keep it the down part of the cup. Do you have any bra here? The down part of the cup is where you're keeping here on the underbust. You know, anything you're wearing is sitting on your underbust, so you keep it here, and then you now mark round the cup. Do you get?
No, you should be touching the underbust.
Yes, you should be touching the underbust. Now, this one you've got to now. If it's a corset, just for you to still cut this thing out and cut this thing out. Then this is one part of your corset. This one is the other part of your corset. You don't understand. Next time you understand. Don't worry.
Because you've drawn all the lines, so it's distracting. Like,
if I don't draw all the line and start explaining to you, you will not understand. Okay, maybe next time we'll start when we are doing that lady's one. When I'm drafting, if I do this line, I'll say this is the line. You put this line first, put this line, put this line.
Okay, you use pattern paper for that one.
I'm supposed to. Yes, I should. Let me try and use, because the phone don't Jesus.
This video.
I know, but
Now, so my whole set will be hot.
please, you should understand.